What is up? My name is Jaden Pope. I am based out of Nashville, and this is my podcast, Pope Put You On, where I bring in artists each week to share their stories with you guys. And these guys are really awesome. Today's guest is Henry Bitzer. He is such an awesome artist. We had a good time getting to know each other a little bit more because we've met once or twice before. He's such a good artist. His song at the end is so good. And dare I say, he might be the next Bob Dylan. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. All right, you ready?
This is his way of letting you know he's kidding.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
The first time I saw Shane Gillis, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm right.
Yeah, the first time I saw Shane Gillis, it was the Austin.
Should crack that thing for the mic so we can hear it. Oh, yeah.
Dude.
We're rolling.
We're rolling, baby. I won't have to clap into it either. Not sponsored, though.
Yeah. Keep that logo pointed away from the camera.
Yeah. Anyways, first time I saw Shane Gillis, it was it was the Austin, Texas one. The one where he's...
I don't think I saw it.
You didn't see that one? That's his most famous one. He was like, "Where's that cheese, Danny?" That one?
I just saw the special out of the Trump stuff in it.
Oh,
That
yes.
was it. And then I just see random clips of him. I saw something where he got onto a panel for an NFL game, and there was some guy who's giving him crap before the game, and he was taking it way too seriously.
Yeah.
He was just explaining he almost got ousted by the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Well, Henry Bitzer, thanks for being on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had this in my calendar for when did we plan this? It was
This was before, so this is before Christmas break, and we were on a phone call, and you were like, "Yeah, something crazy just happened. I had to run home or something." What was that? Something bad. Not bad.
I left I know what happened. I had a gig in Knoxville.
Okay.
And I left my homie's PA stand there. It's 3 hours away. So I just took the whole day. I was like, I'm just going to go get it. Drop out
That's
stuff.
the worst, bro.
Very flexible. So I drove all the way back, 3 hours there, 3 hours back, and I got the PA stand. But I think we tried to do this 2 times before.
Okay.
But I've had it in my calendar as interview with the Pope.
Yes, sir,
Pope.
dude.
I'm sick. My friends are like, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So that was wild. Yeah, I'm surprised you did the 3-hour trip. I remember I have these internships, and the only time I'm motivated to go drive somewhere crazy is this one time I had a ticket and I had to drive an hour to go get it, to go pay the ticket off from the, because I got
speeding ticket?
Yeah, speeding ticket.
Rough, man.
And I almost didn't because I was hour worth it. I might as well just pay another $200. Whatever, bro.
Wait, why did you have to drive to pay it off? I'm
so,
with that. 'Cause I got one before too.
yeah.
And I just paid it in the mail.
Yes. I could have done that. I don't know if maybe I couldn't have. But anyways, I was driving and I hadn't reached my county yet. So I was, or my town. This is in Pennsylvania. So I didn't.
How old were you?
This was last.
This was recently.
Yeah, summer. This
Okay.
summer. Yeah, because I didn't have my car registered. And in Pennsylvania, you have to have your car registered or they're on you like crazy. And my car is already so beat up that the cops are looking for me.
You have a
bro.
kick me sign on your back.
No, it's in the front, dude. It's in the front. It's rusted. My
Oh no.
what is it?
What
the radiators.
What car is it?
It's a 2001 Audi.
Oh yeah. Wait, no.
Bro.
It's a nice car, but it's
Yeah.
01. It's
Yeah.
beat.
So when I feel like it wouldn't be such of a problem if I didn't get in that crash and it tore off the Audi symbol on the front.
Oh, so you're good.
Yeah, so I don't have Audi privilege anymore, dude. It's no luxury car privileges anymore because I have no Audi symbol on the front. So I'm driving and this cop, I pass him. I'm and I already gotten pulled over 2 days before because of the registration.
I get pulled over all the time too.
Yeah.
It's always for something like a light. I don't really speed, but it's for a light or something dumb. Or
Something
it's I'm just
stupid.
driving on New Year's Eve. There's
Dude, they got nothing else to do.
Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
And I was all right, so there's an exit in front of me, and then there's my exit. So there's one closer, and then there's one like maybe 2 miles past that. And I was like, I have to, like, the cop wasn't behind me yet, and I was like, maybe I made it, and I'll just shoot for my exit. And I'm driving, and I'm like, I see the exit, I'm about to pull off, and then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, this dude was like, this dude knew my blind spot because I looked up, and he was right behind me, and he pulled me over, bro. I was pissed.
Man.
I was really pissed. Have you gotten pulled over, like,
for a speeding
like
ticket?
Anything crazy?
No, not anything crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I had a beater car in high school too. I got it for $500. My neighbors growing up, they like their dad is the total gearhead.
Yeah.
And he had like one of those nice like muscle cars in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been the 70s. I don't know. But he sold me a car for like $500 because they just like know how to fix up little junkers.
Yeah.
And I had that for like 2 years. It was a sweet car.
Yeah.
But it like the lights were constantly breaking, and so like I would get pulled over like all the time for like horrible reasons. But one time I was driving up to the Lake Superior. Have you ever been to the Great Lakes at all?
No.
No. You got to go.
Yeah.
Imagine the ocean, but no salt and no sharks. And it's like lovely. Yeah, there's no like garbage on the beach. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm used to Wildwood, New Jersey, like where everyone's fighting on the beaches and like people are throwing beer cans or whatever.
I got a homie from Jersey, or what's it called, Ocean City. He says it's just wild.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was driving up there with a bunch of friends for like a day trip, and everyone was asleep because we woke up at like 6 a.m. because it's like 3 hours from where I live.
Yeah.
And so we like woke up at 6 and we could get back at like midnight. And I'm driving up, and I'm not really paying attention. Before I knew it, I like looked in my rearview mirror. There's just a guy just like tailing me. And
not a cop or
it's a cop.
It's a cop. Okay.
Cop tailing me, and I was going like 90 and like a 70 or something like that. So I just wasn't paying attention. And so I start slowing down. There's like 7. I'm in a van. There's like 7 people in the car. They all wake up. We're getting pulled over. And this guy was just like insufferable. It was one of the state troopers.
Oh, my gosh. I got a story about that after. But he pulled you over?
He pulled me over, and he was just like, "Listen, son, you think I was born yesterday?" Like, I was like, "No, sir." I just like wouldn't take it. He's like said he was like camped out, and he said like he thought he saw me like slow down and then speed back up.
Yeah.
I was like, "I know, they didn't see you were there."
Bro, one day I want to like, if I get pulled over again, which I hope I don't, but if I do, I want to bring out the Chris Stapleton national anthem and just like turn it up a little bit.
That national anthem is crazy.
Oh yeah,
I was doing a gig on Super Sunday, like literally right before that happened.
Yeah.
And I played up till the game started in the bar, and I'll never forget. I got done with my show, and he started playing, and there was like 150 people in the bar, dead silence.
Yeah,
it was wild,
dude. It was beautiful. I remember I walked downstairs, and who was it? It was the Kelsey brothers were playing, and I think it's Travis Kelsey and Jason, right?
I don't know.
All right, Jason's the Eagles guy, I think.
I know Travis.
And everyone knows damn Travis. Come on, the freaking Taylor Swift, bro.
Yeah, I got three Swiftie sisters. So.
Oh really? Yeah. Yeah. The last girl I had on here, she was a full-on Swiftie. But I walked downstairs and I looked and I was like,
what makes someone full on okay, I got like educated in the Swiftie stuff. I got taken. My friend, do you know Abby Pallage?
Oh yeah.
So
she was supposed to hop on the podcast and then she just started blowing up and I'm like, all right, I can't bother anymore. I can't bother anymore.
She's saving the world.
Yeah.
Don't even. But like I was at a Swiftie, the movie with her and a bunch of people, and like there's a whole subculture. Like,
oh yeah.
There was this girl who came up to me like with like a gallon Ziploc bag of friendship bracelets that she made. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah. And they'll fight you too. Like if you say anything bad about Taylor Swift, they'll punch. And my mom got into that culture too.
What were you saying though about
Jason Kelsey? I come downstairs and I look on TV, he's crying, and I'm like, what's going on? And then and it pans over to Chris and his like translator.
Yeah. Oh. That's hilarious.
The guy doing
this ASL
sign language, dude. And I was like, I don't know who looks more passionate right now. This guy doing.
I wonder how much you get like per hour. Like, what's the salary for like What if? Do you think there's like famous ASL performers?
That guy.
like Hall of Fame.
That
They should
guy.
make like an ASL Hall of Fame
Yeah.
of like. I wonder if there's like Madison Square Garden like sold out shows and like they just have people who's like the ASL guy for the show.
Dude, I don't know, but that guy, I guarantee people were like looking him up right after, and because he was
really into it. This is a national anthem. You have to like you gotta put the stars and stripes into
dude.
it. We were talking about our mutual friend, or not our mutual friend, but we both have friends who are in Ireland right now.
Yes, Jackson.
Jackson and Daniela Davalle. Shout out Danny and Jackson if you're watching this. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it was her birthday, and so there was like a Christmas tree lighting, and we just decided like this is what we're gonna do for you. We're gonna take you out to the Nashville annual Christmas tree lighting. It was actually kind of fun. There was like a gospel choir there.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of kids that sang like a Latin song. And they had like an ASL person for like the whole time. Yeah. For like all the performances. I was just like, I forget about this.
Yeah. I used to live in Rhode Island, and our governor was like speaking. What? Yeah, the governor. Yeah. No, she it was a girl, and I don't know. Gina Raimondo, I think her name was. I don't know. There's a lot of controversy behind her. Yeah. Especially behind my family, who were a little bit more conservative when it came to those politics. But she was speaking one day, and she had an ASL person like who was signing. Mm-hmm. And it like, so the speech happened, and then a couple days passed by, and then we turn on the news, and it's like that ASL girl, the girl who was signing, like it was like her, what do you call that? Like your prison photo or whatever, or
your mugshot?
Yeah, it was like her mugshot, dude. She didn't know sign language and was throwing up random signs for this governor, bro. I'm like, bro. I was like, that's Rhode Island, dude. That is like, oh my gosh. But I don't like imagine how you would have to first go through the interview process of getting on like to a political campaign and like trying to prove yourself that you signed, but you've never done in your life. It just looked like she was throwing up gang signs.
Man, it was just like, it was like nonsensical. Even like I can't imagine trying to follow that.
Yeah.
That would be amazing to be able to fully understand sign language.
Oh,
Think of how cool that would be.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like a higher tier level of like Pig Latin or something.
What is Pig Latin again? It's like words, but just the like.
Yeah.
The front side. Oh, it's like
some people can speak it fast and like you can't understand it, and I'm like, jeez, so cool. Dude. Yeah.
There's so many like song lyrics I feel like about like a secret language we only understand.
Oh,
like stuff like that.
Here he goes. Yes, sir. Do you have a favorite song lyric?
Do I have a favorite song lyric?
Yeah, either one you've written, or do you have one that's like hit home for you from another artist?
Man, that's a good point. That's a good question. Well, the guy who comes to mind to quote is probably this guy Josh Ritter. He's a folk artist I like.
Okay.
What was the one that I was listening to in the gym today? It was the song "Change of Time." Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he said there's a song called "Change of Time." Like the scenery in it is like he's in a dream. Mm-hmm. He's like swimming in the nighttime and looking at the stars.
Yeah,
it's just cool. He's a very inventive guy.
Yeah,
but at some point he's talking about the passage of time, and he said like all hands through the lowlands, something like that, like imagery of like a ship passing through like a voyage.
Yeah.
And he said the white caps of memory, confusing and violent.
Dang, dude.
That was good. Like,
what do you think that means?
So I don't know, I just thought of it as like sometimes your memory, like people don't really remember things in an accurate way.
Yeah.
Like your memory and your emotions will like mix. It seems to me like you can have a memory of something and then like you're gonna get emotionally charged from like stuff that keeps happening in your life.
Yeah.
So then like in the song lyric it would be like the white caps of memory, like a white cap, in an ocean. It's like that's like white cap waves.
Okay.
Like, those are the big, powerful, strong waves that you got to watch out for. And he's talking about memory as like a dangerous thing. It's like it's confusing, it's violent. Yeah. I just thought that was such a great point. Like people don't talk enough about how like your memories will just like they can be kind of volatile. Like there's certain memories you have to like keep tabs on.
Yeah. Because you might lose them.
You might lose them, or they might like affect your like present emotional state.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Going off of that, I've heard that I can't remember where I heard this, but someone was saying it was like they studied something about memories, and they said that when you're remembering a memory, you're remembering the last time you were remembering it. Do you know what I mean? So you're not like remembering the memory. You're remembering. Do you know?
Remembering your memory of the memory, and it's like an unbroken chain.
Yeah. Like it just keeps going. Like it
Does it
keeps
keep fading like it's
yeah,
had
it
to?
keeps like going
Just
back. It's like the infinite mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a mirror in front of a mirror.
Yes. But then I heard that and I was like, that's just sad, dude. I'm like,
my life is just going away.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I also heard this one, I think this would be a really good song lyric. I think it's probably TikTok or something, even. So I was scrolling,
Rest in peace, TikTok.
Yeah, I know. Get my last scrolls in for TikTok. Yeah, gotta get a couple more hits. And it was like, this kid was talking, it was from a movie, and this kid was talking about how like playing with friends and like using your imagination and stuff like that.
Like
and
in your childhood.
Like in your childhood. And then it's like that it was the last time. Like, do you even remember the last time you did that? Like, what was the very last time? Like, it's always going to be a last time. Like,
I had one of those recently.
Yeah, it's like there was the last time of you imagining your friends running away from an imaginary monster, and that was the last time, but you didn't even know.
Brutal.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
or like,
dang.
were you played with Legos?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're an American male.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, you're like playing with your Legos.
Mhm.
You're just like you're having combat scenes. You're like building forts and bases. It's just you and your Legos.
Yeah.
Your own little world.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What a beautiful thing, dude.
What a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any younger siblings at all?
I do. I have a little brother, but he's not into Legos, bro. He's into editing.
Freak.
Bro.
Freak. Editing?
Yeah,
What?
bro. He's
Is he okay?
No, dude. He's like, oh my god, dude.
Sorry, I'm not trying to call you a little bit.
No. I get
He
it.
just
Like,
needs some Legos in his life.
it's just like, maybe he did do Legos. He was really into like toy cars and stuff like that. But like there was a jump from him like playing with toys, and then he got a phone because like he's becoming more independent going into 6th grade. And now he's editing and like analyzing his subs and views on YouTube, bro.
How old is he?
12. Yeah. So he's starting early. He's trying to get those 10,000 hours in. Dude.
More technologically adept than I am.
I know, dude.
Sure.
They're going to be way ahead of us.
I've got 5 younger siblings.
Oh my God.
I'm the oldest.
Jeez.
But anyways, the youngest one is he just turned 3.
Okay.
So he was born when I was like 18.
Jeez.
So like he's the 6th, but the 5th one was born when I was like 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
So you don't really get it.
Yeah.
Like your brain isn't like wired enough like existentially to be like, this is a human like life like coming into the world. This is like my sister. But when my brother was born, it was like, this is a child. Like it was kind of like cool because I was able to have growing awareness of like what a baby is like.
Yeah.
And whatever. And he's like learning to talk. Oh. But it's fascinating like watching him grow. And especially like because I live in Tennessee now. And they're back in Minnesota. And I'll come visit them and whatnot. And he'll just like, I'm like, before I know it, he was like up walking, then he's talking. Recently when I came back for Christmas, he's gotten into jigsaw puzzles. This kid's like a genius.
God,
like,
bro.
Think of like a 3-year-old. He'll take like 100-piece puzzle, just put the whole thing together.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
he
like,
looks back at you, bro, and it's like, in such contempt.
Yeah, he's just such a. Oh, man.
We're not really related.
We're not really related. I'm an alien.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that is so. Do you feel like a parent sometimes, like with the age difference? It's kind of.
It's like if I was a young dad, it could be like a very young dad.
Yeah,
that could
yeah,
work.
yeah.
But I don't feel like a parent, but I would say it's like giving me like parental awarenesses and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, built like parental skills,
Dude.
I suppose. I watched them a lot growing up because my parents both worked, so there's like times where we just have to watch the kids.
Yeah.
So like I've changed some diapers.
Yeah.
I've done some.
I'm trying to hold that off as long as I can.
And stuff, yeah, man.
Yeah. It's crazy because I have some buddies who are getting engaged right now.
Yeah.
do you have friends like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in the Christian,
yeah,
dude, the young Christians, bro, they're like, I have to get married immediately. I'm like,
bro, just keep it together, man.
Keep it together, bro. But like they've found their soulmate and like they clicked with their significant other a lot, which is, It's like
They're getting engaged soon, or they're engaged to get married soon.
they're engaged. They're
Getting married soon.
Yeah, they're getting married like a year.
Are these people Belmont students?
No. These are back home in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would have told him. I'm like, dude, she's not the one, but like, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense.
Like, bro, no.
Sorry, bro, don't do it. But
imagine if you have to do that. Well, okay, you get to go to their wedding.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited for, because we get to go. There's gonna be like a season of our life that's like wedding season.
Yeah.
We're just going to our friends' weddings.
Yeah.
That is going to be a fun season.
Yeah. Have you done weddings before? Have you been in weddings before?
I haven't been. I've been not really, because I'm like the oldest. I don't have cousins that are like married.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah.
I've been to like a few weddings of like distant relatives and like people I know, but like no, not that many.
Yeah.
I haven't done a whole ton of weddings. Have you?
I've done, so we had friends who let me play guitar at a wedding, which was really not kind of them.
Was it this one?
No, I wish. That would have been sick. It was my acoustic, and this is my acoustic amp.
Yeah.
It holds,
big acoustic.
yeah, dude, it holds so much sound. So like when you bring it to outdoor spaces, it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I played there, and then my mom met my stepdad when I was like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in that wedding. And then I'm trying to think of another one. I don't know. I was in my cousin's wedding. I have a lot of older cousins, so I had older cousin wedding, which was fun. But weddings are
Weddings are a good time.
Yeah.
I don't really know the layout of like a wedding. Like I know there's like you throw rice at the one when they're leaving. There's all these things you have to know. There's like apparently like a bride's groom chamber or like a groomsman chamber. There's like all these different things. There's like I don't know the layout of a wedding. I'm gonna have to learn this when I ever get married. Yeah,
when I go to these weddings, I'm like, what? The logistics, man. Like if you want like a big wedding, like the logistics are crazy, and then you have like if there's drama on one side of the family, bro.
Well, I'm excited to see that. To see like your whole life come together.
Yeah.
Event. So I'm a classical pianist first.
Okay, I thought so. I saw your TikToks and I was like, this dude can play.
Yeah. It was I did like a senior recital, and that was the first time I saw like everyone in my life do that. I was like, oh, this is what's gonna be like when I get wed. When I'm wedded.
When you're wedded, bro. Dude, what do you want to do for? This is talking really into the future, but would you have someone play at your wedding while she's walking down the aisle, or would it be like for the music?
Well, I think my music teachers, they do weddings a lot.
Okay.
I would probably have them if I had anyone do live music. I have this dream that my girlfriend right now, when you have your girlfriend as a Christian, we date for marriage.
Yeah.
You in there?
What?
Are you on that at all? Like
what?
Dating for marriage or something?
Yeah. Like us, move into a serious relationship.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. But like, so we talk about that a bunch, and she like loves Gregory Allen Ice Coffee.
Oh yes, dude.
I love that guy.
Have you been to one of his concerts?
I've been to like 3 of them.
Okay, I went to. You must. Were you at
the First Bank Amphitheater one?
Yeah, the one like the rip off. It's not a rip off, but it's like a smaller.
Red Rocks.
Yes,
yeah,
there
bro,
it is.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was there, and Ray LaMontagne played after.
Yep,
he was cool.
I think Tiffany Johnson was my last artist I was on the podcast, and she was there. She loves him. Ray LaMontagne was good. I felt bad because he's not as big, I don't think, as he used to be, and like Gregory's like I feel like is bigger in the younger generation, so people just like started leaving.
I know, man. I stay for the whole time. I love Ray.
Yeah, he's good.
But the goal is that I get.
You can bring your mic down too. I don't want that to be right in your face.
The goal is that we get big enough musically that I become friends with Greg, and then we have him play
dude.
the Stable song. At the wedding.
Yes, that'd be so sick.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you
otherwise my music teachers would, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Gregory Allen Ice Coffee.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
The songs, yeah. I love my favorite song by him is Sweet Heat Lightning.
You're an Appaloosa Bones guy?
Dude, I think that's his favorite album. I love his live orchestra one. My buddies put me on that one. And I was listening to it, and I didn't know it was like the Colorado Orchestra.
Oh, that's who's in there?
Mm-hmm. And that live album.
He's touring right now with the not with the Nashville Symphony, but he's
with an orchestra. Yeah, I know. I was looking at that.
They sold out quick, man.
Did you go? I was
going to go with this guy, Josh Worst. You know him?
Mm-mm.
He drums for me a lot of the time. He's a fantastic drummer. Love Josh.
Yeah.
Super chill guy, too.
Dude, I've looked into drums. And I have a buddy who plays drums. It just seems impossible to me.
Really?
Yes.
You never watched The Muppets? Seen Animal Drum?
No, I've seen the only drumming movie I've seen is Whiplash, which I think is
That movie is so cool.
good, dude.
Oh my gosh, when he throws the chair.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
where
you're
it's
not
just
supposed to like
intense.
this guy, but you love this guy, like the professor. Like you're not really
Oh,
supposed.
yeah.
He's
And
supposed
the
to be
best
like
thing is
the.
he's the guy from Spider-Man.
Oh
Does
yeah,
the,
yeah.
all the interviews and whatever. Or he's the head of the newspaper.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he's
But-
shredded in that movie, bro. Like in Whiplash.
Oh, he's like
Yeah.
he's just yoked.
Yeah, he's absolutely yoked.
There's no Whiplash is super cool. I knew this. So I was in the jazz band in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this kid. He was a senior with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like this tall,
Okay.
insane drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy drummer.
Not a
And so-
long reach, but he can drum.
Not a long reach, but he's like a ball of energy.
Dude, that's
His name's
awesome.
also Josh. I've
Okay.
only ever drummed people named Josh. it's like
That's
a
the
rule
magic
I have.
right there.
Yeah, it's the magic word.
Yeah.
But we did. I don't know what song it was, but we kind of just we were like if a jazz band was a jam band.
Okay.
So like we did tons of solos,
Yes,
and
dude.
he did this thing where he did the Whiplash thing,
No.
where he goes down to the like snare jump thing, and he goes up faster,
Yeah, yeah.
and like I stood up in the middle of like everyone in the auditorium knew what's going
How
on.
many
I stood up
people
and
were
I
there?
went like this. You know how he does it in a Whiplash? It was packed, man. There was like hundreds of people in there. It was like the coolest thing I ever did.
And it wasn't planned? Was that planned?
Well, he didn't say I was gonna stand up or anything. I
Yeah.
just kind of do whatever I want.
Yeah, dude.
It's for fun.
Dude, when you can own a stage like that, that's like the best.
Yeah.
Do you feel super comfortable on stage most
Yeah.
of the time?
I've been gigging since I was like 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your? Do you
Very
remember your
regularly.
first gig then?
Mm-hmm. First gig was just classical piano. I didn't start singing until later.
Okay.
And then I sang all 16, all 17. And then senior year, I like hit it hard.
Yeah.
So,
Was
Yeah.
that like? Did you play in bars and?
yeah, bars, clubs, venues, like speakeasies, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just me and a piano or me and a guitar.
Yeah. What do you prefer?
I really like playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to. The thing about playing the piano is like, even like writing on the piano, like I just get so distracted because I can do like it's more intuitive, and so it's really I get sucked into like playing. And
Yeah.
it's hard for me to focus on singing or being emotional
yeah.
sometimes, and I find it more easy to be emotional on guitar because I'm
Yeah.
not really that good.
Yeah. Writing
Comparatively.
with a guitar too is like you. It's like you don't have to think.
Are you a pianist first too?
Yeah.
Okay, were you classical?
No. So
At church?
I played at church. Yeah. So I played at church a lot. So I remember this is
good.
this is like dude, these are
This is
freaking
awesome.
crazy. Yeah. Every time I leave the calf, bro, I
0%
grab full.
juice. What's in here? Then?
I know, dude.
What is it?
Something probably gonna kill us or give us cancer like 20 years in the future. But I remember my piano teacher, who was insane, like ridiculous, like he can do anything.
Like needed therapy, like mental health, like out of the.
Yeah, bro. Like you ask him a question, responds.
Was he like a?
he responds
was he
in
like
piano.
like a classical, like get your wrists up, like.
No, he was chill. Like he was super. He started teaching at 14. Like he started teaching piano at 14 years old, which is like ridiculous.
So my teacher did too, pretty much.
Yeah, and he was like, "Do you want to learn like reading and notation and stuff, or do you want to learn how to just kind of
How to play?
how to play like?"
And how old were you?
I was like 12.
So you didn't
Yeah.
want to learn math.
No, no, dude. I was like, yeah, dude.
Legos and piano.
Yeah, I want to be able to like hear a song and then
Play it.
find the key and
So
then.
do you still do that? Are you an ear guy?
Yes, I'm an ear guy.
What note is this?
No, wait. Tell me the note. I'm gonna edit it out and then get it right.
I do have it. I know from you've seen La La Land,
Yes, I just saw that recently, actually.
like for the first time.
Yeah,
recently?
because I was dogging on my buddy Jackson, who's in Ireland right now, for liking that movie so much because it's like feminine or whatever. I was like, all right,
as a
I'll
good
watch.
friend would.
Yeah, and I was like, you're leaving for Ireland, I'll watch it with you. So yeah, we watched that.
You cried like a baby.
No, dude. I was so impressed though, because my buddy
The
Maverick.
story's crazy.
Yeah, because like the first shot is all one shot, and they shut down the whole highway, and I'm like, that takes a lot of logistics and skills and like time and energy I would not want to personally spend. But it was sick. But what were you gonna say about
Oh yeah, I don't have perfect pitch at all, but I've heard the dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun 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 enough times that I know what a C sharp is for whatever reason, because that's
Okay.
the first note of it. So
So you don't know a C, but you know a C.
No, I know a C sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know any other notes, but I'm like, that's a
Yeah.
C sharp 1,000%.
Yeah, a lot of classical singers is like if you can find C, then you can find it like any other note, even
It's
if you
like
don't.
relative pitch, or it's like
Yeah,
get trained in it.
yeah, dude, I'm always
Nice.
so impressed by people with. I remember I played with this crazy pianist, Noah Gibney. Shout out to Noah Gibney if he's watching this. He's a really nice kid, but he had perfect pitch, and it was like when I was first starting to gig, and
So incredible.
I like
dude.
just learned about perfect pitch, and he was like, "Do you want me to play?" Or he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you want me to play a song with you while you play guitar?" And I was like, "How are you gonna do that? Like, I just got here." And he was like, "Yeah, I can just figure it out." So it's really,
Wow.
it's like it gives you a lot of confidence to play with those people.
Have you heard about synesthesia? I'm not saying it right. Synesthesia.
The Pharrell Williams thing.
I don't know if Pharrell has it. Is it like where you see colors?
Colors, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like not perfect pitch, but that's almost like more interesting.
yeah, dude. I'd much rather have that. Like I'm living right now without perfect pitch. I'd much rather see colors
Yeah.
while listening to music. He did.
Some people live without colors, you know?
Are you colorblind?
No.
Okay.
Not that much. I pretended I was in middle school to get out of a math assignment one time because it was like using chips. I was like, I'm red, yellow, colorblind. It's not a real type of colorblindness. It's like only red, green, and like blue, purple.
Your teacher.
I was like,
had no
lady, I'm red, yellow. She's like, you. She's like, oh, okay. No. She like, I like acted like vulnerable. It's like I was like trying to act ashamed.
Like a
again, but I was
victim?
a mischievous little kid. Yeah.
Yeah. No, my buddy has, or what color blindness, or he is colorblind. I always tell him he's not every time he makes like, what color is that? I was like, shut up, bro. You're not a victim.
Caleb is pretty colorblind. He can't really see.
Who is it? Your friend Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
Caleb.
Caleb Palaha. Go listen to Caleb Palaha.
Is he an artist?
He's an artist. He's
Okay.
awesome.
Good.
He's about to I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but he's about to release a like music video
Oh, sweet.
for a song that's gonna come out later. He showed me it. It's incredible.
Do you know, like, are you allowed to say like kind of the concept of it, or
It's
you gotta
so
keep
it's
it
a
right?
Christian song,
Okay.
and it's about like I don't know if I want to spoil it, but
You don't have
it's a
to.
Christian song. It's great. The cool thing about it is like his dad is an actor.
No.
Like they live in like over in Hollywood, and he does a whole lot of movies. He was just on Netflix with like for like a Christmas movie or something.
Okay. Like a
But
Hallmark movie or something?
yeah, he's big. Like he's big into the Hallmark thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just huge over there. A lot
Okay.
of my my friends' moms love him. We went to anyways.
Of course they do.
So
bro.
much things about the Full House, but so kids look basically like a genetic movie star.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And his brother makes like is going to school in New York for movies. So
Okay.
he like makes promo for him. He's set. Okay, you got to check out this kid's promo. It's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They make the most like beautiful promo videos.
Like cinematic.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cinematic.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Dude, I'm trying to figure
propping
that
the
out.
phone up on the like side of the piano.
Yeah, dude.
Trying to not play hard enough so it like falls over.
I just learned about like color grading, and like I've been editing these podcasts, and I'm trying to like improve like how it looks too, not just how like it sounds or like the flow of
Maybe
the
it looked like
conversation.
so much better.
Yeah, more better. And I was like just looking up videos about lighting. That's why I have a big light up there.
Mm-hmm.
And when I set you up on the guitar and stuff or whatever, you'll see how I light that. But it's just like a little things I'm trying to add to make it more like cinematic, because that's like the look nowadays. Like every time you go on TikTok or something, you're just like, how do you get a cinematic look? Or that's like the world I'm in. But it's like super interesting. About
You don't want
like
it to
how
look like an LED like math
Yeah,
class
dude.
type thing.
yeah. You don't want to be like a podcast like in a psych ward, dude. Like where everything feels so abrasive.
Oh man, I can't handle that stuff.
Yeah, dude.
So bad.
Oh,
How's the
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, how's the semester been for you?
Semester is good. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy my classes a lot. I'm working with management companies right now, like at internships,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fun because like you kind of just do whatever for them, and like you get to learn alongside of it. And I remember this, like even this one time I was like super excited just to help out, and I drove like 3 hours for this guy to go drop off a pair of pants for an artist. So like I'm doing like the craziest things. But like when you move into that type of field, like when you start getting to these internships and start building relationships, like you get to develop relationships with like all sorts of people, and a lot of them, like this one guy in Ireland who I'm working with, he is like, he's older, and he's kind of like had this realization of like it's more people focused, and it's so awesome because he
for like getting hired, man, like working
as a manager. As a manager, he is so like people driven, and he's so calculated about how he chooses his artists. And the big benefit to that is like when you have a manager who can choose an artist correctly and like can kind of like predict what a relationship would look like if they were
understanding their own self too.
Yes, understanding themselves and understanding like not just can this artist make me money, but he said one time, can I go backstage after, give this artist a hug, congratulate them, and feel super proud about like who they are as a person, not just an artist.
That's
so
a great way to look at it.
He's really awesome because he loves supporting the younger generation. It's been really cool working with him. But yeah, what about you? Are you in any like management contracts? Are you?
So I went to Belmont. That's how me and Pope went.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm out now. I got outed, but yeah, I'm getting managed by this guy, Andy Karg. He's from here. He's from Nashville.
Sweet.
Little backstory on me. My piano teacher, Catherine Karg. They're a married couple.
Yeah.
So it's a married couple. She taught me piano, and he taught me guitar. And they run like a music studio out of their house. They have like 70 students. Really cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, I kind of like took it a lot more seriously than all the students in the studio.
You're just that guy.
Yeah, just went all out.
Yeah.
And he managed me now, I guess. So we have like a whole like contract written up and whatnot. And I call him like more than my girlfriend. You know how that goes. Yeah. We're always on the phone figuring out what we're gonna do next.
Yeah.
But he's a great dude.
Good.
It is totally like relationship based. Like he's my confirmation sponsor. He's like,
what's that?
It's like in Catholicism. It's like one of the sacraments. Like you have like someone kind of sponsors you through like one of them.
Okay.
It's like your mentor. So it's kind of like a godfather.
Okay. Sick. Yeah.
But he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, from Tennessee. He's like, I like learned how to songwrite with him. He taught me music theory.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. It is really relationship.
So you've been building this relationship for a while now. Yeah.
I've been taking guitar with him since I was like 16.
Yeah.
And like I totally trust him.
Yeah.
Under management with him, I guess. That's mainly what I'm doing. I'm like performing around a lot. He helps me like book shows around, and both in Tennessee, but also just other places. I live back in the Midwest, and I kind of like networked over the course of high school to play like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, places like that. And it's just a good time.
Yeah. Dude, so you grew up in Minnesota then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was born in Omaha, moved around a bunch when I was little, but then like I was pretty settled in West St. Paul.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay.
Which is awesome. It's like of the Twin Cities, it's the smaller one. Everybody knows Minneapolis.
Okay, yeah.
But
do you have do you gig? Did you gig a lot or like in that area?
Mm-hmm. My first gig was I was bussing tables at this. It was called Jameson's Irish Pub.
Okay.
It was called Cherokee Tavern. I was there, and then I was like, one day I showed up. I was bussing tables, like hosting.
Yeah.
Man, that was such a time. And I just lugged in my piano one day, and I was like, hey, man.
You just brought a piano?
Yeah, I was like, hey, can I, like, play this instead of bus today? And he was like, sure. And
no way.
Never bust again. I just played piano.
And you got paid for it?
I got paid for the same thing as getting, like, bussing tables.
Dude, and you got to do what you love,
Yeah, I just played piano. And then eventually I was like, hey, if I sing, can I go to the bar and can I have this much money? He was like, sure. And then the way it worked was I was, like, 15 when that was happening.
Okay.
And, like this other bar owner came in, he's like, hey, I got a bar over here.
Yeah.
So I played over there, and it just spreads like that. And before I knew it, I was playing like 20 places.
Entrepreneurial mindset,
Absolutely.
Dude, that's so awesome. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
So are you wanting to like manage people?
Yes, that's what I'm looking into. I don't know where this podcast will take me, but management has seemed like, it was usually, it like started out as like marketing. Like I wanted to market for artists. But like there's no relationship like there. I mean, there
It's kind
is.
of like it's almost like you have like your kids.
Yeah.
If you're managing.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to like make sure they're not like.
Yeah, dude, that's what
destroying
people
their
describe
life.
it as. Yeah, they're like
Babysitting.
yeah,
almost.
dude, that's what they say. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I feel like I'm getting babysat by my manager a lot of
yeah.
times. Because that's the whole point. It's like you can't manage it.
Yeah.
Like I can't manage all the stuff that's going on. There's no way. And it's almost humiliating sometimes.
Yeah.
But then you realize it's like that's where like music is truly like a communal undertaking.
Yeah.
And you really do need someone else to like kind of monitor stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just like, for me right now, management and what I've heard from the manager I've spoken with, it's like a very like kind of like standing in murky water and then like placing your foot out and trying to find the rock. Like it's like very like you're still trying to find your way, or like how I feel, because I'm like, what, like how do I ask this person to manage them? What's the first thing I do right after I asked to manage them?
How do you ask someone to manage them?
Yeah. So it's like, how did yours was like over a long period of time.
This is probably like a question you're asking yourself. Like
Yeah.
a lot. Because you're going to be like, you want to manage someone and you're like, how do I even get that close to someone?
Yeah.
How do I like convince someone to like, hey, I'll take care of you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, like we were close a lot because of like music. So that kind of just unfolded naturally.
Yeah.
What happened before he like technically managed me was I played him a song and he was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'd been writing songs like around him and with him for like 2
Yeah.
years, but then I wrote like my first good one.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. And he was like, we need to make this into an album. So
Yeah.
out of the kindness of his heart, he just helped me produce like a whole album,
Dude, that's awesome.
which was like
Yeah.
I obviously have dreams to make it in music and whatnot, but like that's enough. Like
Yeah.
just to have like some of my art immortalized.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is so sick. And you know, it's cool too to watch like a manager take risk on an artist, because like they're taking on a ton of risk, and that's what I'm like also nervous about. It's like, so
yeah, because you're dependent on each other's like commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good relationship. We've both been very committed. There's been lots of times where he's definitely he's the vet.
Yeah.
In the business. Like we recorded the album, and then eventually like I came here, and it became more and more evident that it was going to be more and more part of my career. So he started taking on a more managerial position.
Yeah.
He takes like a cut of like money that comes in. We had to set it up as an LLC. So
Okay. Yeah.
I make however much money he does too, and then our like booking we pay other people too.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about what did you say about the risk thing?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like he has to, like, he took risk in taking on as an artist, and like there's a lot of like trust there.
The cool thing about it is like we're both just so excited. Like we both are like enjoying like presently what's happening.
Good.
And it's easy. I'd say the biggest thing is like he's always showing me how to look like, okay, what's the like exact next thing to do right now. Somehow by the hand of God, didn't really try to do this. There's like 3 podcasts I have in this week.
Yeah, good. Dude.
So I'm just like podcasting.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what life looks like now.
Yeah.
It'll look like writing a lot later. I'm trying to strike up a co-pub deal right now.
Okay.
It's probably going to happen.
Good.
And I'll be writing for them and whatnot. That'll be fun.
Are you allowed to say who with who? I don't know.
I don't know if I am yet.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm always
I don't know
so
how
scared,
nervous.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like you say it, bro, and this door's about to get kicked down with the publishers.
This is my second podcast, so we can't.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
dude. You can't
mess
screw
things
it up, bro.
I'm a newbie.
Can't jinx it, bro.
Yeah, I'm really green. Yeah. But hey, Andy is a really cool guy. He grew up here. Him and his brother had a band, like way back in like I don't know when it was. I don't know how old they would have been.
Yeah.
But they like toured around a bunch, opened for people. They signed like a deal with Universal, like wrote for Universal for a while.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I think Andy, he either met, I don't know exactly what made him stop, but he got into just teaching music lessons and like gigging and kind of working around. And praise be to God, he met his wife. His wife is so she's the classical pianist. She was Miss Minnesota in 2000.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so she was
Dang,
like
Riz.
I know. I always call Andy Mr. Minnesota. Yeah,
that's awesome.
They're awesome, and she so she's like obviously the most talented girl in the pageant.
Dude, that's
so,
awesome.
Like she's like a kick-ass pianist, man.
Yeah.
Like she can really rip it.
That's so sick.
And she they met and then they set up in Minnesota. They don't have any kids, but we always say like they have like 90 kids.
Yeah.
They have like 90 students.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's the coolest thing ever.
You know who else? A female pianist that rips that is so cool. Like it's not like that. She's just
someone like our age here. Or like
no. Yeah, no, she's up there, man. Is Mount Joy's pianist.
Okay.
Do you know Mount Joy?
I almost went to a Mount Joy concert because this girl Lucy was going to sell me a ticket.
What you do, run away or something?
I don't know. I was just like, I don't really know them, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
But I've heard good stuff.
Dude, they're so good.
Lady pianist can just rip it.
Oh, yeah. It's like I don't know how to describe it. Like she just has like that cool vibe to her. And that whole band does. It's like a very, have you listened to their music?
Not a lot of them.
Okay.
My friend Davis showed me a song Acrobat.
By them? Yeah.
And it has a really cool, they use like Locrian mode. I don't know if you're a theory nerd at all.
Oh yeah, like okay, so like Mixolydian.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like a very obscure mode that's like hardly ever used.
Interesting.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, but they're cool because they have it's like a more hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is sick. So it was real, and they're like, I was fortunate enough to like meet the main guy who sings, cool. I forget his name, but that band is based out of Pennsylvania, which is really sick. So
it's like the Hometown Heroes.
Yeah, hometown. So I think they're from Philly area, but there's a place 20 minutes from me called Mount Joy.
Speaking of Hometown Heroes, you see the new Bob Dylan movie?
Yes. I didn't see it, but yeah.
He's from Minnesota, so I just went. I was ice fishing up in Canada over the break. It was super fun.
Was he there?
No, but we dropped through his childhood home.
No way.
And you can visit. It's just like a normal house in Hibbing, Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's a plaque on it. It says like childhood home of Bob Dylan from.
That is so
Carver.
sick.
I think he lived there for like 11 years.
Does someone live there?
No, it's just like. I think they just own it, or like someone owns it, like maybe a record company, or he owns it or something. I don't know, but it was cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it? There's like I've always been interested in what, like I have a buddy who's in Minnesota right now, and he's going to ref. He wants to be a ref in the NHL, so he's like out there grinding, kind of working his way up the ladder, which is
That's
sick.
An interesting career path.
I know, isn't it? So he started out as an architect, or
So is this guy like kind of one of those wicked smart guys that's like very ambitious, can do anything?
Oh,
it's
dude, he's like the most energy-filled person like you'll ever meet. Yeah. Like no chill.
You know Beckett Yates.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's
kind of like that guy. Kind of like that guy.
Yeah, and this kid, his name's Malachi, and he's like, shout out to Malachi boy, and he is so like he's so motivated and like I don't know, it's like one of the
NHL ref.
An NHL ref, and he's like,
that's a cool. I bet the pays. I'm
trying to think of like, like one time he was like, yeah, I'll drive 4 hours to go snowboarding on a mountain, snowboard 6 hours of the day, and then drive 4 hours back, which is like unheard of. Like, and he's like, fine. I'm like, bro, where's all this energy coming from? I'm like dying in the back.
Doesn't it make you mad too?
Does it? Yeah.
I want to do that.
Imagine if I had this motivation, bro.
I just don't have it.
I'd be president right now, dude.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of, I'm gonna sit up. I'm trying to get into that. I've listened to podcasts my whole I'm big into podcasts.
Oh, me too, dude. Oh my god.
Who's your like podcast heroes?
My podcast hero. Okay. Oh, how the podcast Mount Rushmore, is that what they do? The Mount Rushmore. You know, like your top 3.
Oh yeah, your Mount Rushmore podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do. There's 4 people on Mount Rushmore.
Is there?
You been there?
Nah, bro.
It's honestly mid.
I bet, dude.
It's terrible.
Dude, how conceited is that of us as Americans to go take over a mountain, God's creation, and put random people's faces on there?
I never thought about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. So my Mount Rushmore podcasters is number 1. I would say Theo Vaughn. Number 1.
I kind of got the vibe, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad. I'll take that as a compliment. Dude, it might just be Theo Vaughn.
You're just brain dead.
Okay. I think it's all right. Theo Vaughn, and you got to go Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
It's like calling Michael Jordan your favorite basketball player.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
No, but I'm with you.
Yeah, and I like Alex Hormozy.
I never heard of him.
Great business podcast.
Business.
And then, a little more obscure one. I don't know how obscure it is, but Noah Kagan.
No, not Noah Khan.
Not Noah Khan.
Noah Kagan. What's he do?
He's also a business guy, but he's based out in Austin, Texas, and he's like, I don't know, he just throws out the most like encouraging and like logical things ever. But Alex Hormozy is like, he's huge in the business world right now, like on like social media, and
I guess I'm not on the business podcast side of things.
Yes, I find it
imagine
interesting.
That's a pretty fun place to be.
Like a little niche. Yeah, it's like a fun niche. It's like I don't know, the things that he says is just so like, oh yeah, like this logic beats my emotion 100% of the time. And then I'm gonna add one more, the modern wisdom guy.
Okay,
you gotta look him up. He has like
Chris?
a shaved head. Yes, Chris Williams.
I know who that guy is.
Yeah.
He always has the very interesting things to say.
He always he says instead of says, he says says.
Says.
There's a quote that says. Yeah.
I never noticed that.
All right, you go, bro. What's your Mount Rushmore?
Who's the fifth head in Mount Rushmore if we're putting a head in there? Trump would carve his face into that.
Yeah,
He'd probably be the fifth head in Mount Rushmore.
He'd blow up the rest of them, bro, and then carve his face.
He'd be doing like bunny ears.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
My Mount Rushmore. Okay, well, I grew up on Joe Rogan podcast, so I got to say that. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know Andrew Huberman?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, Huberman Lab, huge Huberman Lab podcast fan.
Yeah.
Pints with Aquinas is awesome. Have you heard about them?
Mm-mm.
So it's like a Catholic podcast about.
Okay.
Like it's not necessarily about anything, but they just have lots of different like guests on.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like, I don't know if they do this every time or not, but it's like pints with, they like drink beer, talk about like whatever. And then St. Thomas Aquinas is like the theology guy.
Okay.
Theology.
Dude, I love that.
It's lots of interesting stuff in there. And then fourth one, anything to do with Jordan Peterson.
Oh my gosh.
Love that guy. I don't actually really like his podcast. His podcast specific. Oh no. Okay, I know who it is. It's not Peterson. Well, Peterson's good, but he doesn't like. You just listen to him talk on other people's stuff, and it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you listen to him talk, bro, and then you're like, is my IQ even high enough to comprehend what he's saying?
Yeah, I listened to Lex Friedman a lot.
Why do I know that name?
He's like a Russian or a Ukrainian guy. I don't even remember what his stuff was about, but it was like, it's good stuff.
Wait, I can't put a name to a face, dude. Or face to a name. Do you know what he looks like?
Yeah, he's like short hair, always wears a black suit and tie. Always. Like without fail. Constantly. And yeah, that's
I gotta look him up.
He's like an AI he's not. He's like a software engineer.
Okay.
He's like genius smart. He talks about like literature and stuff.
Okay.
He just has a very calm. I just kind of like listening to him talk.
Yeah, dude.
Calming voice, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, the podcast, it's like either I'm trying to learn something, or I'm just trying to like.
Oh, I'm trying to learn something.
You're always trying to learn something. Oh, yeah. No, dude. Sometimes I gotta.
Hungry brain.
Yeah,
that's
like, good, dude. Me. Sometimes I'm like, I'll wake up in the morning, and I'm like, oh, today, I'm not feeling today. Like I'm not feeling good today. And then I'll just
want to go back to bed.
Yeah, I want to go back to bed, dude. Or like, even if it's like a Saturday or Friday. Yeah, I know. I know.
Your first thing, you're like, I'm gonna log out like immediately. That's like terrible. I did that this morning. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't set my alarm, and I was like, I'm just gonna let myself wake up whenever I do. Yeah. Problem with that is, it's like that doesn't get you out.
No, it doesn't, bro. It's like you gotta. That's why there was a point in my life where I would have to put my alarm on the other side of the room.
I still do.
Yeah, okay. Now I have the willpower to hit it and then go back to sleep. I'll be able to hit up and get up. But yeah, sometimes I'll wake up, and if I'm not feeling it, I'll just grab a cup of coffee, sit down and listen to Theo Von.
What a way to wake up.
I know, dude. And it's like, I'll do my morning devotion first, like God first. But like sometimes it's
Theo means God, actually.
Does it? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
I don't know. It's just random thought.
Sacrilegious. No. But
that's hilarious that his name means God.
Yeah. But like sometimes I'm like,
doesn't fit.
Like it's like it's just a good reminder to live life like a little bit more lightly.
Yeah.
Because it's like very.
My dad says we're all here to fart around.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just fart around.
Seriously.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes you get so caught up in
Oh my gosh.
like what you have to do, what you have to get done,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to realize like I can do this with a light heart, and it's like it makes it a lot more freeing to continue.
As a disciple of Andrew Huberman, I usually try to do the get outside thing right away.
Oh, right. Dude, when you wake up, you got to go to your window or walk outside to get that sunlight, get that vitamin D.
Yeah, get that vitamin D in you.
Yeah.
I wish I could talk like his voice.
I
He's
know,
like the most like.
so-
Don't you just want like to be old kind of? So you just have like a deep, gravelly, awesome voice for podcasting.
Sound like you wise beyond your years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's work in the works for albums, EPs, singles? Are you writing a lot?
I'm writing a lot
Good.
right now. Not anything on the release horizon.
Yeah.
A whole lot. I might come back in February and track a few piano vocals
Okay.
because I've been writing a lot of like ballady, free form type stuff.
Okay.
I record those, but mostly we're trying to tackle the publishing deal right now.
Okay.
So that's kind of just like what's in the horizon, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time, man. It's hard.
It's tough, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like especially if you're just doing the songwriter thing.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do that you like performing and stuff, so you want to be out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing just the songwriting, it's like you don't have another source of income when you're like not performing.
Oh yeah. I used to teach piano lessons.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
I don't know very many children here, so I would teach it to kids because it's kind of it's easy to teach a kid piano.
Yeah.
You can't really teach an adult. It's
Yeah.
like,
But with the songwriting thing, like it's a constant grind of just like networking, and it's and you have to like that's your source of income is other
friends.
Yeah, friends, bro, and people who think your writing is good, which can be tough.
Yeah.
Are you
But I've been getting into like co-writes and stuff.
Good,
you know,
yeah.
People,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Do you have like a favorite co-write that you're
Favorite co-write?
Dude, because some of them, like, when I would co-write, or listen to other artists talk about co-writing. Yeah, it's because like it's like a flow, dude, and like sometimes like if I had someone on the podcast who didn't know how to banter, it would be incredibly tough to get the podcast done, dude. Yeah, so man. Just like writing a song, like you need someone who can ask the right questions, who can be engaged. I don't know.
So I co-wrote a lot with my manager.
Okay.
Growing up, and then that was kind of like my first. So I really like. We did it a lot, and so I learned how to co-write. I would say like I learned co-writing skills, I guess.
Yeah.
Where you learn how to just shut up and listen.
Yeah, I did.
No, but that's not true. I'm still bad at shutting up.
Who cares, dude? Sometimes you need that.
Yeah. I would say I definitely get a little bit more controlling if I'm being honest with myself. And
yeah, that's okay.
Things, but I'm not like Xing out people's ideas. I'm just like trying to like really logically make sense of things. Yeah. I write co-write with this guy Jeff Pichetti. Jeff Pichetti is going to be the greatest Nashville songwriter.
Gang, baby.
He lives up in Minnesota. But I'm starting a weekly Skype call with him. Actually, right after I get done with this, I got to call him.
Like, good reminder,
when are we going to start writing?
Yeah.
But definitely one of the best co-writers I've ever written with is Abby Pallage.
Really?
Yeah, we wrote like 8 songs together, like 9 songs.
No.
And we did it like a lot in the beginning of freshman year, and she's like, writing with her is so fun.
Yeah, well, her song lyrics like mean everything, and like I don't know how to describe it. They just mean like so many different things, and are so like incredibly relatable.
Oh yeah.
So
she's incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And she knows how to promote too.
She does know how to promote.
Yeah.
I do not know how to do that. I know how to write stuff, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know how to do that. I hate being on my phone. You know, if they say hate's a strong word.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
I really don't like my phone at all.
Yeah.
So I struggle a lot getting out on social media and whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a wake-up call to do that.
Whatever,
Probably
dude.
is. Well, TikTok's going away, so we're going to have to find out what's going to be the next thing.
Yeah, dude. Or someone said like the rich people are gonna buy it and then bring it back. You know, it could be a blessing for a lot of these kids, dude. Getting rid of TikTok.
Oh man.
God.
It's rough.
It's like I would say it's a cigarette. It's the cigarette of today. I think I heard that on another podcast.
That's a good point.
It is. It's like, and
I like to think a lot about like, human beings like just need to put something in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah. Like something in the like
Yeah.
to like make them feel fulfilled.
And there's a lot of satire behind like that metaphor of it being a cigarette, but like 'cause people will be like, can I just get one hit? And then like it shows them panning to the guy with the TikTok. And it's like, okay, I'm good, man. But it's true. It's like you'll get on there. And then with that, dude, it's a lot of like comparison and like like whether it be like you're an influencer, an artist, a podcaster, like there's always someone to compare to. And it's like, it's just not healthy. Like there's a healthy amount of like taking like little bits of what people can offer, but comparison is a big thing too.
The thing that's probably rough is the literal like inherent structure of it. That it like is so, it accesses your dopamine chain in your brain like in such an effective way.
Yeah.
When you listen to a podcast, it's like long form media is a little bit harder to get like heavily addicted to.
Yeah.
But when it's like immediate, like, you know, constant switching and like random gratification, it's like you're gonna get involved. But this doesn't mean like, obviously social media is, it's one of those things that's like not innately evil.
Yeah.
But it's just like powerful.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you gotta use another thing my dad says, you gotta use your superpowers for good.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got them. You just like need to make sure you're on the light, not on the dark side, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, man. Do you have anything that you wanted to promote? Like any performances coming up?
I just am booking for performances into 2025 right now.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot, but
yeah. But you're gonna be up on stage soon.
Oh yeah, I'll be up on stage soon. You can check me out on social media and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll put that stuff in the bio too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you performing at all? I know you play guitar and piano.
No, I'm not performing. I'm just, I did. I was thinking about that for a while, like whether to perform or not, and it just wasn't.
How has doing this been?
This has been awesome. This has been like one of my favorite things ever. Like because it feels so like, you know, I don't have a ton of subscribers or listeners or whatever, but you know, I just
felt the room get smaller a little bit.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. But it's like one of those things like, who cares? Like, I enjoy this so much. Like, as long as one person is like listening to these, whether it be my mom or like one of my buddies, it does. Mom never. She made me the shirt. She made this PPYO
That's so
shirt.
Funny.
So sick. Yeah, but this has been awesome because you just get to build a relationship with people and like listen to their stories.
Like you said about like I want to say marketing.
Yeah. Networking.
Yeah, that's just like a great networking tool.
Oh yeah, it's incredible, and it's like this is
honestly a great idea. Probably one of the best things you could do at Belmont.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I appreciate you coming up to me in the calf. That takes a lot of guts, dude.
Well, I was like, this kid has I just think it's cool. You have a podcast.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm in such in support of people.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that means a lot because it's tough getting started. You know,
you got recognized in public.
Yeah, it was like, thank God, it's happening. He wants a picture with me. No, but like, I was listening to this other podcast by Alex Hormozy, and he was like, yeah, things are going to, like, if you're starting something, like you're creating something, it's like going to take a lot longer than you think. So it was like that, like I felt that a ton, like just starting this podcast, because there's like a lot of like moving pieces. And it's like, once I like got my first guest on, it was like, this is worth it. And like it kind of full circle moment. And it felt really nice to be able to like see the fruits of the seeds that I kind of planted. Yeah, man.
It's gotta feel good.
Yeah.
I'm going on. I know there's this artist, Cooper James. He's like a Nashville art. He's just like a singer songwriter.
Yeah.
Type guy, but he started a podcast he somehow met a guy named Hooper.
Cooper and Hooper.
Yeah. So their podcast is like Hoop and Coop or something.
Dude,
like
that's sick.
It's not wild. Like.
Yeah. What do they do? Is it like just random?
It's just like it's like kind of like freeform like this.
Yeah.
But my friend Davis.
Do they have a niche?
I don't know if they have a niche. You mean like a niche they fill?
Yeah. Is it like, they're like, oh, this is the sports world?
No.
Okay.
They just like, I think it's like, I mean, it's probably mostly musicians.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm doing smaller or like musicians who are gonna like want to go for it. Yeah.
Cool. I can send some your way if you want.
Yeah, dude. Please.
Yeah.
Please, dude. I was over here thinking, I was like, how can I get like more people to get on the podcast. And it's like, it's not that difficult. Like what I do is I go to like a local venue just online, and anyone who's performing within the next week, I just hit up. So I've gotten a ton like
so
that.
have you just gotten straight up randoms in here?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's fun.
That's this guy, BB Palmer. You should watch him. He's so funny. It's so sick. That's his.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Alien cowboy.
I don't know.
One on the pistol.
Yeah, dude, something like that.
Pistole.
But yeah, I've had some random people, and I don't tell them that this is a dorm room until like the day before.
Like, what's up?
Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna drop you the pin. It will bring you to our dorm room. So yeah.
This is a pretty good setup.
Yeah,
for a
dude.
dorm.
Thank you, man. I
It's
appreciate
amazing what you
that.
can do with the dorm.
Yeah. Well, man, on that note, it's been a while. I really appreciate you being on here, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And let's
Sure.
get into, but do you have the song that you want to perform yet?
Yeah, I would perform a song. What type of song do you want?
Okay. Oh, I've never gotten asked that question before. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to set up the lighting to be like more mysterious and like dramatic.
So do you want kind of a mysterious and dramatic song?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. Do you know one?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna be I'm gonna play a song called "Everything Happens to Me."
All right, sweet, man. Is there any like background, like sentimental?
Yeah, I wrote it here.
Okay.
In the dorm. It was October. It was fall break, and the campus emptied.
Mm-hmm.
But I stayed, and I was in my understanding the Bible class, and I always make the joke. I say I'm Catholic, so I don't read the Bible. So I was like learning the Bible like for the first time, because like we don't really read the Bible that much. Like
Really?
Well, just it's not like the bread and butter.
Oh, okay.
So like some people like don't read it, but I got super into it.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially I was dating, my girlfriend was Protestant at the time. So
Yeah.
I was getting into the Bible for the first time. I was reading the story of Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a point where he goes into the river with God, and he like wrestles with him, and like he like pulls his hip out of his socket.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
he leaves
my hip had been like dislocating, and like bad stuff had been happening.
Yeah.
And I was in pain. I was laying in pain. I was like wrestling with God. I was like, "Can you just make it stop?"
Yeah.
He was like, and I just had the call like open to this, and it was the story of Jacob, and it was like it just like spoke to me so much. Abby actually and Josh had to come get me and bring me to the ER because I was in so much pain.
No,
I thought I was
dude.
gonna fall and not get up like alert. I was like an
Abby,
elderly. Abby and my
you know,
mom,
Abby,
yeah.
maybe after this we could like co-write or something.
It's like no, but it was the guy who drums for me now, and then they brought me to the ER.
Yeah.
And I got like a cortisone shot, and it just like apparently that doesn't like fix it. But anyways, all that's to say, I was like, man, this is just like I can't catch a break. Like I'm moving out, all the stuff is going down, and it just like it was kind of like a song of freedom. Like it was like here's everything, here's the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And it was like everything happens to me. It's like a kind of a way of transcending it all.
Yeah.
So there's like lyrics in the song about like my knee and my hip, and then like and me feeling like an old man.
Yeah.
But
Getting
yeah,
old.
that's the song.
All right, I'm excited, man. Thank you for being on.
My new shoes lose their tread. All my days find their endings. Mysterious songs come to me. Spontaneous frenzies. She melts into my arms. She's so sweet on my lips. I'm no longer young. In my knees and my hips. I walk out of love just to wander back in. I rise with the dove and I fall into sin. I'm put into chains. I'm set again free. Everything happens to me. Everything happens to me. I get a gold star. I slip on the ice. My mom and my dad get in real bad money fights. All the tears take their time. Still my sudden smile stares. I keep missing the bus. I keep paying the fare. I keep getting lost in the paperback bin. My hardcover heart can't let anyone in. I still see what we were every night in my dreams. You do not want to forgive me, it seems. I stand like a soldier, I fall to my knees. Everything happens to me. move out of my hometown, as fire comes to the trees, as my newly born brother learns to walk without me. I keep getting tossed to the side of the road. My shoulders still carry a dizzying load. My friends are on drugs. Did I just meet my wife? My telephone takes all the fun from my life. Tell me the truth, I hear plenty of lies. I see beautiful, beautiful things and I close my eyes. I walk on the water and I drown in the sea. Everything happens to me. Everything just happens. Everything just happens.